What's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, last week we made a video on what teams Colts fans should be rooting for when we're looking at the draft order and what gives us the best chance to move forward in the draft order with what we had. So we're going to take a quick look at that, and you guys be sure to let me know what you think. We were at the ninth overall draft pick last week with how things went. You know, you had Carolina in front of you, you had Jacksonville in front of you. You had a couple different things happen. And the Colts were able to now move from number 9 to number 7. So just giving you guys an idea of what's going on, who's in front of us still. The Texans are still in front of us. The Denver Broncos still are. And it's unfortunate that, I think it was Denver's most scoring of all season. I don't think they've scored 28 points all season. Came within a touchdown of the Kansas City Chiefs almost beating them. And that would have been huge going into, the particular situation that they were in, would have put them, tied with New Orleans, LA, and the Cardinals. But unfortunately, that didn't work out that way. But Denver now has the second overall pick, tied with the Chicago Bears in record because their strength of schedule has, I think, been I think it's been harder. I think that's how that works. But Denver's 3-10. So obviously their pick is with the Seattle Seahawks. Chicago, like I said, is number 3. New Orleans dropped down to number 4, or rose to number 4 because they lost their game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then the Rams, who pulled off the upset Thursday night with Baker Mayfield, and they won a game. They look like a team that actually could win a couple games at the end of the year now. Denver and the Rams are gonna end up playing each other. So, that's going to be a big implication. And then the Arizona Cardinals, who also could have jumped Indianapolis had they won Monday night against New England. But of course, Kyler Murray went down, and that most likely means Arizona most likely will not win a game the rest of the year. They might win one, but that's about it. So, tough situation for them. So that means the Indianapolis Colts are at 7. Couple of the teams we wanted to win. Unfortunately, the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't beat the Ravens. Would have been nice to have some separation with them. But the Jacksonville Jaguars did us a huge favor by just absolutely pounding the Tennessee Titans Sunday afternoon. So they ended up winning, and they are now ahead of the Colts behind the Colts in the draft order. So that is fantastic. They look like a team that could actually win 1 or 2 more games before the end of the year. So with the way Trevor Lawrence is playing right now. So Jacksonville's out there playing really hard. And the other one that's an important one, and that was the Carolina Panthers, who also have a 5-8 record. They won against Seattle this last week. So, they played a great game, and they now went from number 6 to actually number 12 or 13 in the draft order. So, they took a huge jump. So that's huge for us. And then, of course, Detroit pulling off the upset win against the Minnesota Vikings. That is another big one. I know the Lions are going to get the Rams pick, but, them having that first pick and then also having the potential to have another top 10 pick is a very scary thing, especially if they decide they want to go with a quarterback. So a couple different avenues that have went that way that really worked for us. Like I said, guys, Denver not winning certainly didn't help us. Even though the Rams beat the Raiders, and, that's definitely a good thing for us. The Raiders did lose another game, and that means they're right behind us, even though in regards to the actual quarterback argument, that's not a huge thing because I don't think the Raiders are going to worry about quarterback right now. And then, like I said, Jacksonville doing what they did. Carolina winning, huge help. Detroit, huge help. So, over half the teams that we Colts fans were needing us to win on Sunday or Monday or even Thursday really helped, and it happened. So it's fantastic that, the Colts are moving up in the draft order. Hopefully that's how it continues to stay. So that way, if on the off chance that there's a trade up potential, I mean, there is something you can do there. Uh, so that's really going to be it, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this content. I find it hilarious. I was just looking at the thing. There's only 2 teams that have a minus 80 or more differential this season, and that's the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. So if that's just showing you just how bad the Colts are getting beat every week, man, it just stinks. But anyways, guys, we are number 7 currently overall in the draft order. Let me know your thoughts on this, and if you guys think we're going to continue to climb it, or if you think we're going to drop down in the rankings at some point. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, go Colts.